Many people think they have no money left after bills, but in reality, they have a spending problem. Do you have an income problem or a spending problem? Let's figure that out. I'm using the Money Mastery Toolkit. You can find it linked at the top of my page. Your very first step is that you need to make a budget to see what you're working with for your month. A lot of people try to skip over this. Don't skip over this. Do this for yourself. Sit down and make yourself do it. I have a free playlist on my page that'll show you how to make a budget and all the different elements, so go watch that if you don't know how. But essentially what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find your monthly income. So what is your total monthly income? And if you don't know, use a low average. Then we're going to need to look at your fixed expenses. What are all of your bills that have due dates? Write them all down and then total them up. Then what are your variable expenses? These are your monthly spending categories that are not bills. The three most common are grocery, gas, and fun money. So figure those out for yourself and total them up here. You're going to add these two together and you're going to put that up here. This is your total expense amount. And now, drum roll please, we're going to find your leftover if you have one. So you're going to subtract your total expense amount from your total monthly income. That's going to give you your leftover. If you have money left over, that means that you have money left over for the month that you can allocate to different things, and you probably just need to get your spending under control so that all your money is not gone by the end of the month. If you have zero or negative left over, you first need to go through your fixed expenses and see, are there any bills that you can completely cut out, like subscriptions, or are there any bills that you can lower, like car insurance, for instance? You can call them and ask them for a discount. You can also just find another company that's going to give you a better rate. You can do this also with your phone bill. You can do it with a lot of different bills. Once you figure that out, you're going to go to your variable expenses and say, what can I spend less on? Can you lower your grocery bill? Can you go shop at Aldi, for example, and spend less on groceries? Can you lower your gas? Can you give yourself less fun money and still survive? Once you've done that, if you still have a negative or zero left over, that means you have an income problem. You are spending more than you're making, and you need to find a way to bring in more income. So if you have an income problem, that begs the question, how do you bring in more income? Number one, ask for a raise. Okay, I know it's scary, but advocate for yourself. Don't count yourself out. Don't tell yourself they're going to tell you no. Just try. Try to get a raise. There are ways that you can ask for a raise that are more likely to get you one. So look up on TikTok people who are talking about that, because that information is out there. Number two, get a better job. And I understand that right now it's kind of hard. A lot of people are having a hard time getting interviews, getting new jobs, but do every single thing that you can to try to get a better job. Go and use ChatGPT to create you a resume based on job descriptions, and that will give you a better chance. You can also learn a trade. You can learn a high value skill. You can go into a different field. Look up on TikTok, again, the people who are talking about resumes and things like that, and that will help a lot. Three, get a side hustle, okay? You know that there are many side hustles like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and I know that's not ideal for everybody, but it's a temporary means to an end. You can also do things like donate plasma, go sell clothes on Poshmark or at Plato's Closet, whatever you need to do. If you can't physically go get a side hustle, let me tell you that there is no excuse that you can't make money if you have Wi-Fi and a phone, okay? This is the age of social media. I promise you can leverage social media to make you money. There are so many ways to make money online. You can do TikTok shop, you can do drop shipping, you can teach people a skill that you are really good at. For instance, I am teaching you about budgeting because I have had personal life results with that. If you want more content about that, let me know and I'll make it. So those are just a few ways to make extra money. I do have a whole video about side hustles, and there's so many different ones in that video in the comments. Go check that out. So let me know in the comments, do you have a spending problem or do you have an income problem, and what are you going to do to fix it? Your life, your future, all of your goals depend on you figuring out what you're going to do to fix your income or spending problem. You are in control of your life, no one else, okay? No excuses. We're going to make it happen this year. We're going to get a better life. You got this, friend.